Hey yo, welcome back. Today's a little bit different of a video than normal than what I've been putting out there, and I actually just had to like stop my day to push myself to set up this and go on and talk about what I'm feeling. Yeah, I just I'll say the last few days I have not been feeling great at all, just in terms of, I think, just like my mind, like my mindset. And even though I've said before in another video or maybe in a couple that to me, like, weather, always shouldn't be something that really, I know in a lot of ways it definitely can affect us. And I tried saying like, hey, like, it's all about mindset and everything. So it's like, you got to be grateful for what we have, even if it's rain, because we do need rain. Or, if you're in an area that like I used to live in with it, like snow or whatever, in the wintertime, then it's just part of like the cycle. But, I don't know, some with the last few days and just being so dreary out and rainy and everything, it just really kind of caught up to me. And, I'll say that I've said before, but man, my sleep lately has just not been the greatest. And so like we're working on, or at least myself, I know Steph doesn't have that. She really doesn't have that issue, but for the most part, but yeah, I'm ready to really start working on making sure my nighttime ritual of what I do going to bed is fixed and everything. So yeah, I just want to make sure getting into bed, staying away from the phone, the screen time and everything, just having a relaxed set night. Trying to make sure I want to do every night now, have hot tea and everything before bed. And usually, for the most part, depending on whether working or not, or if I'm going to the gym or something like that, we usually don't do the nighttime, but if we happen to get a shower before bed, because we don't always, just depending on how our day was. I know some of you might think that's gross, but yeah. Again, with this, is like, I'm kind of just going off scripted, nothing, just kind of off of my heart and everything. And so because of the way I was feeling the last few days, I kind of just wanted to have this video to talk about, this is such a weird thing, because it's odd, because like as we were like getting older and everything, we were just having this conversation together is, I feel like for most people, unless like you're one of those people that you enjoy that for some reason, but like we want less like we want more of like privacy, like in our lives and stuff. And so I'll say for me, getting out here and doing this, it's not about like attention for me or anything. It's, something where obviously I can like make a way of life, but I do, even if I'm not out there as much with like people anymore, but like I do like love being around people and interacting and everything. But it's something where I hope this can help anybody. And just like I look at a lot of other people on YouTube or whatever I might watch. But all the things that I learned from people and their inspirations and everything, and motivating videos. I mean, this is the reason why like I'm doing this, because I'm just a human, just as you are, and I'm learning a lot. And there's a lot of things that like we question or wonder, like, oh, is this the right way to be doing it? Or we're always trying to like be perfect about something, when really, who's to say what anything is, and nothing can be perfect out there. But yeah, so I mean, that's really where I started thinking about this and the struggles I've been having lately, because I try to talk about like positivity and keeping your mindset the right way and doing the things that help you out. And so it all kind of really started yesterday with, usually Wednesdays we like get on the scale, and that's when we do our weigh-in. And so I got on the scale yesterday, and like I was feeling pretty good overall. We're getting back to the point, since I've said it multiple times, since like surgery and not going to the gym as much, like in terms of eating and doing the things that I was before. I mean, maybe not doing like the 75 hard like we were in the summer, but just the same habits of eating, and eating very well and follow the right like macros and such. I don't know. I mean, maybe, I don't think it's either also like going to the, well, I'll just say that more or less got on the scale, and it's like a smart scale. So I look at my phone, and, or actually, no, I look down at the screen, but yeah, I was up like 6.5 pounds. And, fluctuations with anybody's always normal, and it happens. But, just to see that from 1 week ago, really, it like, I don't know, it just kind of like hit me, and kind of pulled, like dragged me down. And so that was very rough. And yeah, I don't know, just, it's something that I was like, man, I just don't get it. Like, I know we're not really going to ISI, like our, HIIT style gym as much anymore. And lately kind of consistency hasn't really been there, but we've gone to the new gym doing the strength training quite a few times, and I know that helps a lot more in terms of building muscle and reducing fat, but we haven't nearly been going as much, where also I feel like just my side of just the strength with it or feeling good, like I don't think it's been there. Like I've only had a day or so where I was like, oh dang, like that was rough, like that felt good. But yeah, so I mean, that and accumulation yesterday with, again, the weather being like super bad. It was really windy out and rainy. I was just having a struggle of a day and trying to get myself motivated. And Steph's like, why don't you go to the 4:30 class at ISI? And I was like, yeah, I don't know, maybe I might. And I was really doubting on myself that, I'm going to do this. And I forget what time, maybe around like 3-ish, I finally, I booked it. And I think when it finally came time, I left around 4 o'clock or so to go head out and start driving towards there. And yeah, I was like, shoot, on the way over, I was like really regretting it, honestly. I was like, what am I doing? Like, I was just in such a bad mindset. And, I've said it so many times before, and I'll keep, reinstating it, that, and like, when I finally went there and, got some of my own like little dynamic stretches in and such, or stretches in, and then finally got into it, talked to a few guys that I know, because really it's rare to go to like a night class for that or anything. We are doing the regular in the new gym, we're doing that tonight, but it's just rare. But still, there's a couple guys there that I knew, and one of the other coaches, which is one of Steph's friends, he was there also working out. But yeah, I ended up, per usual, get in about a couple blocks and everything, or just in general. I think as I stood there and was doing the dynamic stretching, and then we got into like our warm-ups, I finally, started feeling better, just letting things go off my mind. I think that was the thing, is I was so caught up in my head of stuff that I really didn't need to, and it kind of killed me. And by the time I got done with the workout per usual, was feeling great, and I went over and we call him Kleba. That's what we go by. He's one of the coaches, again, one of Steph's friends, and I was talking to him about things and saying, how the day's been going and how stepping on that scale, what it affected me. And he's like, man, what he ended up saying was just like, it really kind of resonated of what needs to be thought by everybody. And he's just like, dude, like so many people get fixated on that scale, that number. He's like, there's people that come in here that, work their asses off and, come in and crush it compared to others, which is not like a competition, but they'll crush it. They look great, they're feeling good. And then like they'll get on the scale, he said, and they'll see like 0.4 body fat percentage has gone up, and then they like freak out. And so he's just like, he tells people like, don't focus on the scale, like don't step on it. And, he said to me, which I need to know also, and trying to get back to things, is I was out for, I really kind of sat back for a good month and a half or so. The Spartan races were kind of the first big thing I really did. I'd done a little bit of workouts before that, but I took away a lot of the consistency that I was doing before. So, and I was talking about, because he asked how DECA went on Saturday, the previous Saturday, and explained that, and just talking about like the overdoing it part, like I've said a few times lately. And he was just saying like, yeah, man, like, I only go about 4 times a week to the gym and stuff. And it's like, I think you do kind of over push it if you can break down your body really. But I don't know, that conversation helped me out a lot. And so I think everything kind of like, it always like happens for a reason. And me going there, that made me feel much better. And him like having that conversation with me, I don't know if I'll ever see this, but I just, interactions like that, like I really appreciate it. It made me feel a ton better. On the way back from the gym, I talked to my grandma, and that was really nice. And just talking about different things of life. And so by the time I got home, I definitely had kind of a whole different mindset from how the day's been. And then I get mad just like I'm sure any of you other, you people might, you out there, sorry, my words can suck, especially not having things written down or up on a prompt or anything. But yeah, I mean, I just look at things like that. I was like, man, I wasted a whole day and that could have been so much better. But I was in my head about a stupid number on the scale. That's all. And he's like, dude, like Kleba told me, he's like, man, like you look great, like you're definitely fit and stuff, and you're doing well and recovering, or you've recovered. So now it's like building back to that. And so yeah, I mean, that helped change things a lot. And that's where, with all of this, that I'm just trying to say that, again, we're all just humans. It doesn't matter who you see on the screen out there. It's so weird because like anybody that I know that watches this, that to put myself out like in a situation like this and for you to like see, again, it's kind of like a vulnerability of it. It's just, I don't know, just want everybody to know that, you can always understand that people go through the same things. We all do. Some might have less bad times than others, and I feel pretty grateful for that. I feel like I do, but it just depends really what you're like looking for. And so that's the reason why I wanted to make this video today, was talk about all I'm trying to achieve with this whole channel and stuff is to help build people up. Obviously it can help build our lives better, but loving seeing like others out there like grow more and stuff. Like that's the thing, the community that we've been in with, it's not even, man, it's become different now with like friends and life and everything as you get older. But the community like within like the gym and everything, but overall just remember that like everything, it's all like focus on the main things that you want, yourself, your family, your loved ones. Like that's all you can really do. A lot of stuff, other stuff, it doesn't matter. And I feel like I'm still missing like other things I wanted to say with this video, but yeah, I really just wanted to talk about that and tell you and explain that, man, like you can do this, whatever you're trying to achieve, and you'll make it happen. Like I'm trying to figure out right now and what is needed in life in order to like be happy, be successful and everything. And I've always been one of those people for the longest time that I don't like want to work underneath somebody, and I want this channel to grow to like help my family build up more, but hopefully help you to push in whatever you want to do. So yeah, I mean, this is me, this is who I am. I don't think it's been a long time since I said it, but my name's Justin, and yeah, I appreciate you all truly watching, and hopefully this helps in some way. I know it's kind of just a lot of ranting, words worth the best, but again, you've got it. And I don't know, today got a beautiful day out here. It's, well, not beautiful, but it's sunny, at least sunny, blue skies. I got a lot of Christmas decorations that were torn down yesterday from the wind, so I got to go out there, get some serotonin in me and everything. Excited for some natural sunlight, of course. And I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll catch you on the next one. That'll give you some more information. And please let me know also, like, comment, like, how things in your life are going, what you're trying to do, what you want to see with this. Still trying to figure this out fully. Like the things that I learned a lot of time in research and experiment with, I try to put it out there, but as I said, all the way to the back at the beginning, I'm not a scientist or anything. I'm not certified. I'm just trying to put out there and show you things that I experiment with and how I feel and what works well. So yeah, all right, y'all. Well, I hope you have a good one. See you next time.